Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we have another portfolio update, this time for the week of December 28th through January the 4th. Let's get to it. As the name of the video might suggest, I did lose quite a bit of money in the market, at least in my Robinhood account. However, all the other accounts in my portfolio did pull through, meaning that week over week I actually ended up positive. We can see with the chart at the top that week over week on my Robinhood, I lost about $300, and in my Vanguard account, I actually made about $140. Then moving on to my 401k, I made about almost $200, and then my E-Trade account, I made about $167. So that's why week over week you will see that my weekly gain is $168.76. Another thing to notice with the chart is that I contributed $329.24. This went into my 401k, and that's why also you might notice that the number between last week and this week is more than what I said, which was $192, because I'm not considering the contributions. That's not gain, that's just me putting money into the market. Another thing before moving on, you might have noticed that the contributions are a little bit low, and my E-Trade account, the total is not all that different from last week. And if you're following the portfolio update videos every week, I said last week that my E-Trade/ESPP account will be getting a contribution of about $2,000. However, my employer has not actually put the contributions into my account yet. I'm not exactly sure that if it's because January the 1st was a weekend, and then Friday, December the 31st was a holiday. Technically, we are not meant to get the money yet. However, hopefully by the end of next week, I get the contributions. And now it's going to be a little bit iffy at that point to claim all the contributions for that account under 2021 or 2020. I would really have to look at the numbers themselves, and if the deposit did go through December 31st, or I guess any time before December 31st, then I will consider the contribution for the 2020 year. Otherwise, I will consider it as 2021. Either way, for simplicity, I am just going to say that by the end of 2020, I ended the year with $57,000 that you can see here, which is amazing. I didn't think in the beginning of the year that I would have this much money by the end of it. The markets themselves were pretty great. They started off really bad, but they got better, and they recovered really fast and continued the pace to become record highs for a lot of companies. Personally, I will say that I made some great decisions. I picked decent companies that made me a lot of money. I continued to invest in the companies that were winners, although I will say that I didn't do this 100%. I need to work on it a little bit more. However, the year-over-year gains for my portfolio were amazing, and my 2020 review for my portfolio is coming. I swear it is. It's probably going to be either this week or next week. Make sure you subscribe to see that. It's going to be a pretty interesting video because I have essentially 3 accounts that I mess around with, and essentially breaking it down, I really have 2. Robinhood, I do a lot of day trades. I play around with options, and then I have my 401k that is managed by my employer, so I don't really touch it. But my Vanguard account, I do have full control over, and I am implementing a buy and hold strategy. And spoiler for the 2020 review video, that actually beat my Robinhood account by a lot. My Vanguard account was up a lot more year over year percentage-wise than my Robinhood. Yes, the Robinhood account did go up more dollar-wise, but since I invested more money in Robinhood versus my Vanguard account, it was to be expected. So I am strictly looking at percentage year-over-year gains here. Moving on to the market analysis, but before that, I'm going to put a quick plug here. I started making different videos that will be uploaded every single day within the week. These videos are called YouTube Shorts, and basically they should not exceed a minute, so they will not waste your time. However, in the videos, I will be going over some of my favorite companies and how they did that week, and maybe go over some news about the company itself, and in general, just have fun with YouTube Shorts and at the same time give some information, some news to you guys. I will be putting a card for the playlist so you guys can see a couple that I've already done, and hopefully you guys like it. You might be wondering why my Robinhood account was down about 1.5% week over week, so let's go ahead and talk about it. I narrowed it down to two companies that made a huge dent this week on my Robinhood account, the first being CRISPR. As you can see from this screenshot, it is down $25 or almost 15% week over week with no news. There was no good news, there was no bad news. CRISPR just went down almost 15%. This could be that the market itself is trying to test and make sure that CRISPR isn't going up too high too fast. Personally, I don't think there is a reason for it to keep going down. It's been going up steadily and it has a lot of potential. If you're holding it long term, CRISPR will be fine as long as they don't have some big mess up. The other company is Apple. Although Apple didn't go down too much this week, only going down about 1% week over week, I do have some calls and they're pretty aggressive calls. I was betting on the momentum that Apple had to keep going, and essentially it did not pan out. However, I do think that Apple is a very good company, and though the strike price might not be met for these calls, I'm willing to bet that they will get near them, and as long as I get near them and sell before the expiration, I am clear to make a decent amount of money. So I'm going to hold on to them for now and continue to buy into Apple every single day as I've been doing for 3 months now. It's been working out. It is my favorite investing strategy. I don't think I've seen anyone do it, but I love it. I've been making a lot of money just buying any asset that I think is going to be going up every single day. The market is open, and selling my positions when I want to take the profit. I don't want to leave it on a downer, so I'm going to talk a little bit about crypto. So I restarted investing in crypto at the beginning of this week, and I made about $200. It's not a lot. I'm also not putting a lot of money into Bitcoin itself. However, Bitcoin is popping off. You can see here it's up $7,000 week over week, or exceeding 25% week over week gains. It is amazing. And to tell you the truth, I still don't understand the hype completely, but if it's an alternative to the dollar, which will be losing value because of inflation, since we're printing money for stimuluses, or is it stimuli, and other things, I am putting my money in Bitcoin for now, slowly, just so I can first ride the wave. Yes, I'll admit it, but also so I don't lose a lot of valuation in my positions because they're all based in the dollar. I'm just hedging my bets here, and it's been working out. I have been seeing some people saying that institutional investors are just pumping up Bitcoin and are going to plan on selling off when it gets to a price point that they like. In other words, institutional investors are creating a bubble. However, I'm not so sure, but you should still watch out. Let me know in the comments section what you think about crypto and Bitcoin in particular. Do you like the commodity, or do you think that it is just hype and has no substance? That's where I'm going to leave it. Make sure you leave a like and you subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.